Just us to leave.
Okay, and did she provide you with the rules and regulations 7 of the U.S. Post Office?
We're allowed to be here. It's government property.
So it's what?
Government property. So it's open to the public.
Did she provide you with the rules and regulations?
I didn't see him.
Let me go grab those for you. That it does say on there that there is no soliciting or there is no getting signatures on post office property. I'll go get that paper.
That doesn't trump the U.S. Constitution, though.
So I'm going to go get this piece of paper for you to let you know.
Even if I see, I'm not leaving.
Give me 1 second.
I'm still not leaving, so. I really don't care what that paper says. I already know we have the right to be here. I'm not trying to be rude to anybody, but I'm not going to have my rights trampled on.
Well,
it's a First Amendment protected activity. There's plenty of case law. The Supreme Court's ruled on this already. I mean,
well, the postal master has
they have rules that say, oh, you can't film in here too, but you're allowed to go film in there. I mean, it doesn't. Their policy doesn't trump the law.
It's
you know.
a little different.
Before we even dive into this unfolding confrontation, let's set the stage, because what you're about to watch is one of the clearest examples of confusion, power imbalance, and constitutional ignorance playing out in real time. A simple petition effort on public property turns into a standoff between citizens who know their First Amendment rights and law enforcement officers who, well, let's just say they're operating with questionable information. What makes this case particularly frustrating is that the location, a U.S. post office, is legally recognized as public property, a place where citizens have historically held the right to protest, gather signatures, and film. Yet here, officers insist that policy somehow overrides constitutional law. This tension between what the law says and what someone thinks the law says is exactly why recordings like this matter. You'll notice quickly how calm the citizens remain while the authorities escalate with misinformation about trespassing, federal property, and petition restrictions. Watch closely. Every statement, every contradiction, and every attempt to exert authority without legal foundation reveals how easily rights can be challenged if people don't know the law. And trust me, the twists in this encounter only get more intense from here.
It's different than First Amendment protected activity. No, it's not. That's not what I'm referring to. What I'm referring to is the aspect of going in and filming or filming on property, that type of thing. So
you can do any protected. You can do any First Amendment activity on the post office. I can stand here and protest. I can stand here and do government petitions. You guys came here last week and did the same thing. So, well, not you personally, but the police came here last week and told the other guys the same thing, and they actually told the postmaster they could stay because that cop actually seemed to know the law.
Well, that was this officer, and the postmaster at that time had indicated to him that as long as there wasn't any complaints that they received from
This is where things start heating up. You'll notice the officer heads off to retrieve a piece of paper, the infamous postal policy sheet, as if that document somehow possesses more authority than the Constitution itself. This is a tactic we see all the time, officers relying on internal policies rather than actual law. Policies are guidelines for employees, not legal mandates for the public. The citizen immediately recognizes this, and instead of getting flustered, he holds his ground with confidence. The tension here isn't just about a disagreement, it's about two conflicting interpretations of authority. And what's striking is the clarity with which the citizen outlines his protected rights versus the officer's reliance on policy over principle. It sets the tone for the rest of the exchange.
people coming and going.
Gotcha.
And apparently now they feel that they've had some complaints. So that's why he's checking in on
We've only been here 15 minutes, so.
Gentlemen, I just got here too.
I know, I'm not trying to be rude to you at all. I appreciate your service. I know what you guys go through. But I think he's wasting his time by trying to show me this policy because I really don't care what that says. I already know what the Constitution says, you know.
Okay.
I don't need that. I don't need that.
So I just talked to Olivia, and she said that she did put you on warning for trespassing.
Okay.
I talked to the attorneys with the U.S. Post Office.
Okay.
And they said that this is the rules and regulations concerning postal private property and what their rules and regulations are.
Okay.
So she said that she would like you off the property. She's going to come let you know right now.
Not happening.
That she would like you off the property.
We have every right to be here.
Okay. I'm going to go get her to have you, or let you know that.
What's your name and badge number too, Clark?
I am Chief Clark with the Boys Town Police Department.
So you're chief?
I am the Chief of Police.
And you don't...
Out of what just happened, the officer tries to use complaints as justification for enforcing a policy that doesn't legally apply. public property doesn't suddenly become off-limits because one or two people feel uncomfortable. The First Amendment isn't conditional. If it were, any right could be erased simply because someone didn't like it. The citizen even mentions that another officer previously confirmed they could remain on the property, which exposes the inconsistency in enforcement. This inconsistency is dangerous because when rights depend on the personal opinion of whichever officer shows up that day, those rights aren't rights at all, they're privileges that can be revoked arbitrarily.
Don't know that we have a right to be here?
I do know that there are certain stipulations under the U.S. Code that does not allow you guys to do this particular thing. You can be on the sidewalks, over there doing your petitions, but these petitions stipulate the U.S. Code that you cannot do the signature petitions on their properties.
That's not the law. You know the Supreme Court rule that we can do this, right?
I do know that there is a Supreme Court ruling, but that is in conjunction to older buildings.
No, any government building, DMV, any government property.
Okay.
You're a chief, you should know that, man. I don't mind a simple lawsuit against Boys Town Police. It'll be a slam dunk. It'll be
This is a critical moment. The chief claims the citizens were put on warning for trespassing, but here's the thing, you cannot trespass on public property unless you commit a crime or actively disrupt operations, neither of which has occurred. A warning without a legal violation is meaningless. It's a scare tactic used far too often. Notice how the citizen immediately demands both badge number and name, a smart move, because transparency is the foundation of accountability. The chief's attempt to justify the removal by citing U.S. Code is vague, unsupported, and contradicts decades of Supreme Court rulings. This is where the legal cracks begin to show.
Settlement, make you guys look bad.
That's your choice, that's your prerogative. We're trying
it's not my choice, I'm trying to, no, you're trying to violate our rights.
We're trying to work this out as best we can.
No, you're trying to violate our rights. We have every right to be here. This is a government building. It's open to the public. This is a First Amendment protected activity. The Supreme Court's ruled on this several times. It's a civil rights violation. If you want to arrest me, but I'm not leaving. I'm doing my job. I'm being respectful. I haven't harassed a single person. I haven't blocked the door. I've been very polite to every single person I've talked to. Yep. We've been here for, what, 15 minutes?
Yep. So as acting postmaster of this station, we're not allowed to be here on our property.
We are allowed to be here.
The rules.
Here we see one of the most revealing exchanges in the entire video. The citizen states, correctly, that the Supreme Court has ruled repeatedly that political speech, including collecting signatures, is protected on public property. The chief pushes back with a vague claim about older buildings, which is not only inaccurate, it's irrelevant. The fact that the chief of police is relying on incomplete or misunderstood legal interpretations is alarming. When law enforcement leaders don't know the law, the potential for civil rights violations skyrockets. The citizen, meanwhile, calmly outlines the consequences, a lawsuit. And he's right, cities lose lawsuits like this constantly because courts don't side with policy over right.
The Constitution has more power than that.
So just so you're aware that you're not allowed to collect signatures on postal property.
I'm aware of your opinion. Postal property is public property, right? Is postal property public property? Right? I'm asking you a question, miss. Is postal property public property?
This is Boys Town property.
Which is
Private
public. You'll get an education. I mean, it's fine. We can get arrested if that's what you guys really want to do.
Tell them this.
Okay. We don't want to arrest anybody, so.
Well, then leave us alone. Trying to be respectful to you guys, but I'm not.
What?
Excuse me.
Okay. Well, unfortunately,
she has no right to tell us to leave for what we're doing. She has no right to tell us to leave.
Okay. Well, she does in accordance to the U.S. Code.
No, we didn't break any laws. You can't be trespassed from public property unless you committed a crime.
Okay.
I know the laws, guys.
This
Come on.
is federal property.
Which is public.
And I talked to the attorney for the U.S. Post Office.
Okay.
And they said that this rules and regulations, what she provided, specifically say in here, I'll let you see this.
It could say you can't wear a green shirt too, but it doesn't change anything. It doesn't mean it's a law. I don't care what it says.
And collecting signatures or petitions are prohibited on post office.
The acting postmaster enters the conversation, but again, we see the same misunderstanding, confusing policy with law. She states they are not allowed to be there, yet cannot articulate what law is being broken. The citizen even asks a straightforward question, is postal property public property? And instead of answering clearly, she sidesteps the legal reality. This is common when officials know the answer undermines their position. The citizen points out a fundamental truth: you cannot be trespassed from public property without committing a crime. That principle exists to prevent exactly this: officials removing people's
service property.
Just because they print that doesn't mean anything. The Constitution says it's not. That's just a piece of paper. The Constitution, the Supreme Court has ruled several times, guys. Come on, you know this.
Okay, so I did talk to the attorney.
I'm not leaving.
Post office. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to him real quick too.
So this is protecting unborn children from abortion.
Yes, I know.
What's your name and badge number?
Deputy Chief Gill.
Okay.
Badge number T035.
Thanks.
You don't know you already know what I'm doing.
Did Olivia let you know what is going on?
I already know what I'm doing. Thank you.
You guys have a good day.
Thank you for your time. Yep, God bless you too.
I'm not stepping a foot out of here unless I've committed a crime, which I'm not going to do.
I'll let you know here in a second.
Man, you got the pro life. You got time on your lap.